Hey, what's up, YouTube family? I just wanted to make a quick little video. I'm headed to the store. Just wanted to kind of give a brief background on Jace's autism diagnosis. Jace was a part of a program here in Michigan called Early On, and it really just kind of helps you with those early warning signs, those missed milestones that your child may have, and really is an early intervention program. And so essentially we got him started with that program pretty much at the beginning of January 2024. And so he started out with speech therapy was predominantly the main thing that we needed at that juncture. He didn't really have any red flags, too many other red flags, I should say, at that point. And so it started off really well. He was showing some progress. Once we got to maybe the end of summer, some of the words that he was saying, he was no longer saying. And that became like our final, like, okay, we have to, present ourselves with the information and just decide, what do we want to do from here? Do we want to go down the evaluation road for, not only just autism, but any other developmental delays or anything like that? And his speech therapist was like, hey, I would definitely take, this serious at this juncture and, at least see about getting him tested. So I said, oh, okay. And that was the really hard part, because, we had started off doing the speech therapy for, all these months, and was really looking forward to see him, grow and change and develop. And not only that, but during that time in 2024, we had also saw his primary care physician, who also said, hey, you might want to see about getting, an autism evaluation. Let's just come back in 6 months and we'll see. And so once we were dealing with the doctor, dealing with the Early On program, Early On said, hey, we can actually do the evaluation for you with our team. And so I said, okay, we'll go ahead and do that. And so that was set up for November of 2024. However, with the primary care physician, for insurance purposes, it had to go through an actual autism center. And so that was done in February of 2025. And so the evaluation, which I'll make another video explaining more about that, about both evaluations essentially, and how they went and what the process was, what the day looked like, and the differences between those. But essentially, it took, a full year to kind of get to that evaluation standpoint. And we had noticed that, there was probably maybe 10 or so words that Jace was saying that he was no longer saying, and then his sensory needs had really skyrocketed. And so, he needed to chew on things. He was constantly moving. He would not sit down to eat, or, not focus on one activity for a prolonged period of time, and different things like that. So that kind of got us to that point of, let's say, let's take it to the next level in trying to have care and intervention for him. So just wanted to throw that out there. And again, I will definitely do more videos and explain more about how the evaluations went, how our feelings were towards the evaluations, and our faith in just believing that God was going to do what he told us he would do. And so, yeah, so just stay tuned for more information on that.